Good evening and welcome to Bizwire. I'm Fazmin Imamuddin. Joining us today is Stephen Keys. He's the Regional President of IFS Foundation for Asia Pacific, Japan, Middle East, and Africa. I warmly welcome you to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This year, IFS Sri Lanka is celebrating 25 years of driving progress in Sri Lanka's tech industry. Could you tell us about the IFS growth story in the country since its inception?
Yes, of course. It's funny, the other day I had the opportunity to meet one of our founders of IFS. And in fact, I met him recently, a month ago, and I also met him when I first joined IFS in 2018. He shared with me back then how impressed he was when he first went to Sri Lanka with the IT skills and capabilities that he found there when he first visited some 25 years ago. So it started out as quite a small investment focused just on R&D. But that commitment has since flourished. And today we have some 2,000 employees embracing research and development, global support, offshore delivery capability, shared services. As I say, 2,000 employees today, and we are the second largest IT employer in the country. We're proud of that achievement, right? It's what amazes me though, and I was there in Sri Lanka about 6 weeks ago. What amazes me is the remarkable tenure of our staff. So we've been there for 25 years, but many of our employees have been with us on that 25-year journey. I even met employee number 7 the other day when I was in Colombo. He's still working here, still learning, still growing, and still adding value to IFS. It's awesome.
As a leader in the sector today, how is IFS planning to further contribute to strengthening the nation's economy at this critical juncture in time when macroeconomic instability is at its peak? What is your commitment to Sri Lanka?
Yes, well, it is a difficult time for many people at the moment. And I think what's really important, our first priority, of course, is to our employees. We've put measures in place to help provide practical financial support to all those who need it. We've also done things like flexible working conditions that allow some staff to work from home, thus saving on fuel is a good example of some of the other measures we've put in place. More broadly, the fact that we're now at 2,000 employees is also important. As we said before, we've maintained a continuous presence in Sri Lanka for some 25 years now. We've added 400 new jobs in just the last 12 months. That's 400 new sources of income, and that, I think, helps contribute to broader economic well-being. Beyond that, IFS is also making a difference via the IFS Foundation. The IFS Foundation is an independent charity that's been established by IFS to help break the poverty cycle in remote and rural parts of Sri Lanka. The foundation relies on fundraising efforts from IFS staff and customers and partners around the world. And it's our way of recognizing the incredible contribution made by IFS staff in Sri Lanka. And it's a way of creating a sustainable relationship with Sri Lanka, a way of giving back more than we take. So, for example, the foundation invests in projects like access to fresh water, sanitation projects. We create employment opportunities through home industry. We continue to invest in healthcare and education infrastructure. And I think the idea is that with these basic building blocks in place, kids in local communities stand a chance of getting a decent education, right? Which we hope will drive longer-term change and improvement. Who knows? Maybe one day one of those kids, one of the schools that we're investing in, will go on to be an IFS employee. That would be fantastic. The point I'm trying to make is, it's that kind of long-term impact thinking that informs our work and demonstrates our fundamental long-term commitment to Sri Lanka.
I mean, long-term planning is very important at this point, I think, because we shouldn't be looking for short-term answers.
Correct.
But IFS recently elevated its branding by introducing the concept moment of service. How would you define moment of service? Why is it an important concept for IFS, and how would this contribute to your customers' success?
Well, we supply cloud software to companies who want to differentiate on service. We enable our customers to be their best at their moment of service. And we should probably try to explain what a moment of service is. Every good business, I think, was started with the intention to do something different. But every great business was started with the intention to do something amazing for their customer. It's a small nuance, but one that I think has a really big impact. And I suppose whilst there's probably thousands of things that go into making a business successful, at IFS we think it's the moment of service that matters. All the decisions, all the blood and the sweat and the tears that go into getting the right materials, employing the right production process, architecting how to take orders, the speed at which you can deliver and care for your customers, it all gets judged by your customer at that moment when it counts. And that's the moment of service. So, to give you an example, a moment of service is that moment when you land on time into Bandaranaike Airport. It's that moment when the contractor turns up on time to install broadband and completes the job first time. Maybe it's about the less obvious moments as well, like when you switch the light on and it works, or when your phone has network coverage. I guess it's just when things just work as they should. And if we think just for a moment about all the many different things that have to be managed to bring each of those moments of service into being, that's where IFS comes in. Our mission at IFS is to help all of our customers achieve their moment of service, the moment when it all comes together on a consistent basis. And that same mission, incidentally, informs the way that we work every day at IFS.
IFS has always encouraged the development of homegrown technology and is backed by IFS R&D, the largest research and development arm of the organization outside Sweden.
Yes.
What is the significance of this to the industry and the company?
Well, our ongoing investment in Sri Lanka is a source of pride for our company. Of course it is. 25 years of rich history there. But it's not just about homegrown technology. For me, the difference is about taking our 40 years of industry domain expertise and embedding that knowledge, that IP, into our products to help ensure rapid adoption and faster time to value. That's only made possible, in my view, by the fact that we choose to focus on specific industries. So we work with organizations who build and maintain assets, organizations who manufacture and distribute goods, as well as service-focused organizations. That specific industry focus helps us understand our customer base more deeply and reflect that understanding in the way that we design and develop our world-class cloud software. And I think it's contributed significantly to our growth rates. I mean, we're growing at 3 times the industry average right now. We're winning 70% of the competitive deals that we bid for. We are ranked as leaders in each major analyst category. And importantly, again, really importantly, we're ranked highest in the Gartner peer review reports, which means it's not just the analysts that rate us highly, but also our customers too. Now, no other vendor comes close to that type of leadership in our industry sector. And I would say that is absolutely testament to the phenomenal quality of the work that our R&D teams perform, both in Sri Lanka and around the world.
IFS Cloud delivers powerful moments of service by expertly orchestrating customers, people, and assets. Now, how does this powerful product help Sri Lankan businesses grow amidst current market challenges?
Well, for sure, the need for operational resiliency across enterprise functions has never been greater. As Sri Lankan businesses pick up the pieces after the shock of the pandemic, only to now have to deal with macroeconomic instability, many organizations are beginning to understand the importance of business technology capabilities that can quickly adapt to the pace of business change, either change that's driven from within the organization or external factors being forced upon it. That's where IFS can help. IFS Cloud, our cloud software platform, helps companies to engage customers, empower employees, optimize assets. We deliver that capability through composable enterprise solutions that can be accessed and deployed and consumed in the cloud. Why that matters? It enables businesses to quickly adapt to the ever-increasing pace of change. Our customers only have to pay for what they need, when they need it, knowing that the platform is extensible and flexible enough to accommodate growth or even rapid business change, both today or into the future. And so I put that in simple terms, we offer a sustainable commercial model, continuous access to innovation, and a secure, scalable platform. We promote standards-based deployments, leveraging industry accelerators to reduce cost of ownership and drive faster time to value, which I think is important to all of our customers, both in Sri Lanka and around the world.
IFS recently launched its first standalone sustainability report covering progress on key environmental, social, and governance topics.
Yes.
Why does this mark an important step in IFS's journey in Sri Lanka?
Well, sustainability is a massively important topic in the business world and in the world at large. When it comes to sustainability, at IFS, we started by asking ourselves a fundamental question, okay? Is the world better off because our business is in it? That's the fundamental question we asked ourselves. Is the world better off because our business is in it? Now, we believe the answer is yes, because of the efficiency dividends we bring to our customers' organization, to the effectiveness of the way in which they can operate as a result of using our enabling technology. But setting that aside, as an organization, we feel there is so much more that we can be doing. So last year, we announced a new approach and a framework for sustainability across the three pillars of our own business, supporting our customers, and influencing the wider industry. That sustainability report that you mentioned, we published that recently. It's designed as a detailed account of our approach, of our priorities, targets, really important to have clear targets, and of course, a sense of progress across environmental, social, and governance topics. The report, interestingly, has sparked a bunch of conversations. Staff are keen to understand what we're doing to reduce emissions, for example, and how they can contribute. Customers have expressed interest to find out more, to learn from other IFS customers, and to share ideas and best practices. And the report has also prompted closer collaboration with many of our suppliers, which is really cool. And in that way, we're able to not just be less bad, but to really play our part more fully as a good corporate citizen. So whether that's from reducing our own emissions and increasing diversity in our workforce, whether it's to enabling our customers to be more sustainable with software that we make available free of charge, or to generating industry awareness with our Change for Good awards program, we're building sustainability into the DNA of our organization. And I think that's good for our business. I think that's good for our staff. It's good for the environment, and it's really, really good for the communities in which we operate, including Sri Lanka.
Thank you. The discussion that we just had was indeed very enlightening and interesting. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Thank you for your time.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching and stay safe.